Hey folks, here's a GMC Arcadia all-wheel drive. Customer complaint is an exhaust noise from coming from underneath. So, raise it up over here. You see it's right here. It's after the cat. Intermediate pipe. Looks like it's rotted and separated right there. So, the bolts look like studs. They might be welded to the cat pipe. The nuts still look like they're intact. The flange might be a little rusted. But it's weird that it's separated like that, unless that's where the gasket was. But anyway, alright. I'm going to take a look at it, see if this could be like a easy little quick fix. Maybe with a couple of quick flanges. Put a new gasket in there and we'll tie the two together. Alright? Instead of playing with these rusted nuts and bolts. But we'll see. I'm going to spray it up and we'll see what happens. Alright, that explains why there's a big gap on the bottom. I just barely touched this and it came right off. Okay, I guess the rust was the only thing that was holding it on. It snapped right off. So, we're going to see if we can save that one up there. Heat it up with a torch maybe. Here we are with a propane torch. I'm going to torch that nut to its cherry red, or at least close to it. And see if we can spin it off and save that thread. Whew. Listen, nothing beats a, what is it, Celanine torch. Gets hot really fast, but portable propane one, so I could work with here, people. That's the DIY people. Alright, but we're going to work on this. It's coming off little by little. Okay. We'll get the little bugger off. Still smoking. Alright, so ratcheting wrench is your best friend here. I'm working on a lift. Bent pack scissor lift. So like I said, scissor lifts usually don't have enough room in the middle for you to work. So I'm right here off to the side. The only thing bad about a scissor lift is it takes up the middle. Alright, you can see it's starting to separate. Once it separates, I'm going to clean off the old gasket there. I can see it's hanging out right here. See it? Clean that off. See what I can do about that bottom stud that's broken. If it will come out. Not going to be much room for drilling or anything like that, so it's still hot. Yeah, not too bad. Alright, let's continue. Hot, hot, hot. Melt my glove. There you go. Alright, we'll separate this and we'll see if that bottom stud can come out. Alright, I'm going to torch this. Make it nice and red. Hopefully it'll surrender and the stud will pop right out. And replace it with a regular nut and bolt. The other stud up on top looks really good. I'm going to leave that one alone. Okay, still good. Put a washer and a lug nut on it. That'll be fine. Hopefully this is just a press fit. Pop right out. And keep going until it gets red. Okay? Alright, looking up close. After all the rust and everything, looks like it's welded on. See it? That might be a little bit of a problem there. Let me see if I can chisel it. Just to verify that's a weld. It's hard to tell with all this rust. Alright, so I decided to go with a split flange. this is the one I usually use when there's two of them, when there's two bolts. You know, let's say the factory one is this way. I usually put this flange this way, so it's opposite of where the original one is. But AutoZone only has one in stock, and to travel to the next one in this pouring crappy rain and me working underneath the car, it's not going to be fun. So they happen to have this split flange, which is a 3-way split flange. The only problem with that is one bolt was a little bit off. I can get these two on, but I couldn't get that on. So the customer needed his car. So you know what I did? I took this part of the split flange. I took two of them, one on each side, like that, okay? And I covered up where that broken stud is. I put one there, and I put one there, and I tightened it up. Because remember, that other stud was still good. All right, so that one was still good, so that tightened up beautifully. And this one I tightened it up, and I'm going to show you what I did here. Let's go underneath in this rain. You hear the thunder? All right. There's the cat. There it is there, okay? It's not pretty, but it's quiet. Right? It's not going nowhere because of the stud. It'll stay there. It comes with the long nuts and bolts, so I left it just the way it is. All right? Got a new gasket. Quiet as a mouse. All right? And the other one, I used the original nut. The one that I heated up and everything. The threads were still almost brand new. So I left that alone. All right? That's it. We did this one. Nice Fugazi setup for now. Car's an old one. It's gonna need work soon. And I noticed that this flange is starting to rot out too. There's the one in front of the cat. All right, so that's gonna be going pretty soon. All right, so this is a single exhaust going towards the back. I don't know why AutoZone shows that as a dual exhaust, but it is what it is. And as you can tell, the gasket's a little oversized. The hole is the same size, just the outside's a little oversized, but I guess one size fits all. All right, let me see if I still have that number for the gasket. Let's get out from the rain. All right, this is the gasket I use, 31652. All right, and that's it. Like I said, I usually use the dual bolt split flange, but they only have one in stock. Otherwise, I use this. Works just as good. All right, so the 3-flange one, a little hard to use on the dual flange because it's a little wider over here. But you do what you can, right? It works. That's it. Thanks for watching.